Great Deeds of the Ancient Greeks. The Old Sage. Theagenes, a white-bearded philosopher, sat on an elevated platform among his students, in the shadow of the majestic columns of the Athenian agora. His eyes, reflecting the wisdom of his years, gleamed in the rays of the setting sun. On this evening, he decided to tell his students about the great deeds of their people.
Conquerors of the elements, my friends, who can imagine Greece without the sea? The waters of the Aegean, Ionian, and Mediterranean seas became our roads, our allies, and at times our enemies. Remember the great Naucrates, the trireme captain who was the first to reach distant Carthage, opening new trade routes? His ship endured unimaginable storms, and his men, despite their exhaustion, remained at the oars, knowing that their feet would bring glory and wealth to Hellas.
The students listened intently to the story, imagining swift ships racing across the waves, the sun reflecting off their white sails.
Farmers, creators of life. But at what cost were cities built? Who fed the warriors and philosophers? Remember old Lycon, the farmer who dedicated his life to cultivating the finest olives in Attica. His groves stretched for many stadia, and the oil from his fruits was used in temples and the homes of aristocrats. The land is the foundation of all things, and those who work it deserve no less respect than the greatest generals. Scholars and astronomers, seekers of truth. But what would a people be without knowledge? Remember Eudoxus, who studied the movement of the stars. It was he who determined that the celestial bodies move according to strict laws. When he raised his gaze to the sky and drew the first models of the celestial spheres, the Greeks realized that the universe was governed by reason. Politicians, masters of words. And what will you say about our politicians, about Demosthenes, who began his career with a trembling voice, but through hard work and learning became the most formidable orator of Athens? With a single word, he could change the fate of the polis. It is not only swords that shape history, words hold incredible power. Generals, masters of battle. But when the time for war came, the Greeks proved that they were not only sages, but also great warriors. The Phalangites of Sparta, the warriors of Thermopylae, and invincible generals like Epaminondas, who shattered enemy ranks with his tactics. They understood that strength lies not only in iron, but also in strategy. Doctors, botanists, teachers, healers, and guides. The Greeks did not only fight and build cities, they healed. Hippocrates founded the art of medicine, studying the body as a philosopher studies the soul. Botanists gathered herbs, creating the first medicines. Teachers, like Socrates, taught the youth not just to listen, but to think. All these people, from doctors to teachers, were the ones who built not walls, but minds. Common citizens, builders of the polis. And what would we do without craftsmen, without the artisans who create temples and statues, without merchants who bring goods from distant lands, the ordinary citizens of Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Delphi, all of them are contributors to the greatness of Hellas.
Theagenes looked around at his students. The sun had set beyond the horizon, but in their eyes burned the light of knowledge.
Great deeds are not accomplished by the sword or words alone. Great deeds are born in the heart of everyone who strives for something greater. Remember this, and you will become a part of history yourself.
And the students nodded, realizing that they were the heirs of their people's great deeds.